You are watching PR English Shorthand Dictations YouTube channel.
This is English shorthand dictation number 352 and the dictation speed is 120 words per minute. Ready? Start. The Supreme Court has raised the issues of selective confidentiality with regard to the electoral bonds scheme, which was notified by the Union government in January 2018 with the avowed aim of cleansing political funding in India. A five-judge bench, which has heard arguments on a bunch of petitions challenging the constitutional validity of the scheme, has expressed apprehension that the party in power could obtain information about individuals and entities who have made donations to opposition parties, as the details are available with the State Bank of India and can also be accessed by law enforcement agencies. The government has argued that the donations are kept anonymous to protect the privacy and political affiliation of the donors and prevent their victimization. It is ironical that a scheme ostensibly aimed at ensuring transparency in political donations is being dubbed as an opaque instrument that promotes corruption and does not provide a level playing field for all parties. The fact that the government is in a position to access donor information does put the opposition camp at a disadvantage, undermining the constitutional provision of holding free and fair elections. Moreover, with the ruling party at the center being by far the biggest beneficiary of these bonds, the arrangement seems skewed in favor of the powers that be. The gray areas of the controversial scheme need to be addressed in the run up to the Lok Sabha elections. The Chief Justice of India has just suggested that all donations may be given to the Election Commission of India, which can then distribute them on an equitable basis. However, it is lamentable that the Election Commission of India has not even maintained data on funding received through electoral bonds till date, despite an interim order passed by the Supreme Court in April 2019. The success or failure of the scheme will depend on whether it can strike a balance between transparency and the need to safeguard the confidentiality of all donors. Child marriage is a big social issue in states like Haryana and Rajasthan. As many as 39 complaints of child marriage have been received since April 2021 in Haryana's Kurukshetra district alone. This is a pointer to both the persistence of this social evil as also the state government's efforts to prevent it. It is encouraging that of these 39 cases, counseling of parents led to the cancellation of 18 marriages and one was put off through a court injunction. However, what is disturbing is that 10 marriages were solemnized despite the counseling and the law prohibiting child marriage. There would be many other cases that were not reported to the authorities, even as the daughters of Haryana are bringing glory to the country by excelling in various fields, particularly sports. The menace of child marriage is a sad reflection on society's patriarchal mindset. Girls continue to be seen as a burden on the family or a potential cause of loss of honor if they elope with boys. The National Family Health Survey reveals that nearly 29% of the girls were married before they turned 18 in Nu, 24% in Palwal, and 21% in Gurugram. This practice is fraught with health concerns related to high risk pregnancy, poor maternal health, malnourishment, and high infant mortality rate. Adding to the victims' woes is the dubious role of the police. The conviction rate under the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act is poor in Haryana. During 2019-21, conviction took place in just one case. Fighting the cases is a long ordeal. It would be prudent to take action against the priests who solemnize such weddings rather than victimize the girls by sending their husbands or other family members to jail. In addition, the masses must be sensitized to the grave issue and the problem highlighted in schools to increase awareness among students. Residents of Delhi have been suffering very poor to severe air quality for the past week, with an air quality index of 402 recorded on Thursday evening by the Central Pollution Control Board. It set in motion stage 3 of graded response action plan in the NCR with restrictions on construction activity and vehicular movement and primary schools switching to the online mode. The suffocating, hazy weather conditions caused by the cumulative effect of construction work, vehicular emissions, and stubble burning, along with slow wind movement, have unfortunately become an annual affair, even as preventive and punitive measures remain ineffective. Hearing a petition on Wednesday with regard to improving the forest cover in the city, the Delhi High Court was alarmed to note that nearly one in every three children in Delhi was battling asthma or airflow obstruction due to air pollution. The High Court laid the responsibility of improving the air quality index on the authorities, warning that if the encroachment on 300 hectares of forest land, which had deprived the residents of clean air, was not addressed, it would hold the officials concerned in contempt. Pertinently, residents of many other cities in the north are breathing toxic air. As per the Central Pollution Control Board's data of Wednesday, the air of seven cities was worse than it was in Delhi. With an air quality index of 414, Hanumangarh in Rajasthan was the most polluted town in the country, followed by Fatehabad and Hisar in Haryana. It was observed that Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, and half of western Rajasthan had air quality index in the range of poor, very poor, or severe. The north has been feeling the sting of air pollution with a spike in cases of asthma, cough, watery eyes, and breathing problems.